AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem, pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
Kaylee Cuoco and Sam Claflin star in the MGM Plus original series, Vanished. When the man Alice loves disappears on a train to the south of France, every romantic memory becomes evidence. Every intimate detail, a potential threat. She thought she knew everything about him, but she may not even know his real name. 4-part thriller Vanished premieres February 1st on MGM Plus. Finding the truth is a dangerous affair.
Did it ever, when you say jumping on you, like
a couple of times it did lunge towards me, and I backed away a little bit.
Okay.
But nothing.
Did the dog ever make contact with you?
A couple of times. Nothing that I had to go to the doctor or anything.
No, but how did it touch you?
Head, a couple of paws. It did lunge at my mother-in-law. I wasn't there at the time, but.
Is your mother-in-law nice?
These are the plaintiffs, Brian and Rebecca Pincus. Brian says they rented an apartment from the defendant, but they were never told she had a dog. That dog was a big German shepherd who was a menace to society, who jumped his mother-in-law. They told the defendant they didn't feel safe there any longer, felt threatened, and wanted to leave. Now the woman won't return their security. They feel they have an airtight case. That's why they're suing for the $1,000 they're owed. This is the defendant, Marie. She says the plaintiff simply broke their lease because they wanted to move out and are using her dog as an excuse. Besides, they left the apartment a filthy mess. They skipped out on a lease, and she's pretty darn sure she owes them nothing. She's accused of having a big old junkyard dog.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Millian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Okay, Brian and Rebecca Pincus, you are suing Marie, your former landlord. You've asked us not to mention your last name, for $1,000, a balance of a security deposit that you believe you are owed, and she has not paid you. Tell me what's going on.
Okay, so we moved into the apartment August 17th of 2013. Everything was good. We were told about the dog, that she had a German Shepherd, did not meet him.
Okay, so you live upstairs, they live downstairs, or is it a basement, or
yes.
what?
Basement apartment.
All right, so you live on the first floor?
Yes.
All right, and then to get to your place, do you have to go by the dog?
Yes, we walk in from the driveway to the backyard gate, and then there's a little walkway about 10, 12 feet to another gate that we have of our own into the basement.
All right, and so from gate to gate, you're exposed to the dog?
Yes.
Because the dog is in the backyard?
Yes.
Okay, go on.
So we were living there for 2 months, tried to appease the dog, give him dog treats. I did let Marie know of the situation.
What situation?
The dog was very aggressive towards us. He just wasn't friendly. I knew maybe a couple, months it would take to get used to, but he wasn't coming in terms. So
what was it doing?
It was jumping, lunging at me, very aggressively barking. I just felt fear for my safety.
Yeah, but I need to know why you felt the fear. What was the dog doing? Barking at you?
Yes, coming towards me. I could walk to my door, but I wasn't feeling safe.
Right, but what was the dog doing? I've heard about your feelings quite a few times now. What I want are the facts. What was the dog doing?
He was barking, aggressively lunging towards me. He was
Tell me
being
what the
very
lunging
protective.
looked like. What do you mean? Like
a German Shepherd just being very protective.
Right, doing its job.
Doing its job, yes. Nothing against the dog itself. So.
No, right. But did it ever, when you say jumping on you, like
a couple of times it did lunge towards me, and I backed away a little bit.
Okay.
But nothing.
Did the dog ever make contact with you?
A couple of times. Nothing that I had to go to the doctor or anything for.
No, but how did it touch you?
Head, a couple of paws. It did lunge at my mother-in-law. I wasn't there at the time, but.
Is your mother-in-law nice?
To me, yes.
That's an easy question.
All right. Okay. So you tell her, had you been alerting her to the problem all along?
Yes, and she was working with us as good as she could with the schedule of if the dog was outside, she would let him in when he was barking, but it wasn't always working out with our schedules. I would come home late at night, the dog would be there.
Well, you shouldn't have to tell your landlord every time you come home either. You should
No,
really
and I
just
didn't want to make that inconvenient for her either.
Right. All right. So now, at some point you inform her, I can't continue to live like this.
Yes, in October, when we did pay our lease, I asked her if there was, I gave her a couple of suggestions maybe, like have another gate where it's totally separate from the yard so I don't have to worry about the dog, or a long extended leash. But it wasn't working out, so I said, do you mind then us leaving? I mean, that would probably be the best bet. She agreed. We paid her a month's lease. We told her about a month we'd be out. And I've had
Your lease goes from when to when?
It was August 17th, 2013 to
So
August.
you pay your rent on the 17th every month?
Yes.
All right. So you paid October 17th to November 17th?
Yes, that was the time.
Okay. There's no dispute that they paid October 17th to November 17th, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, there is a dispute? Or
No, they paid it.
Got it. Okay. All right. So then on November 17th, were you out?
No, we had one more week when I was signing into my new apartment,
Oh,
moving
excuse
out.
me.
Wait, hold on. It'll be your turn in a minute.
So November 17th was when our next month's rent was due.
Right.
I did tell her on the 23rd that a week later that we would be moving out and I would be able to pay a prorate. And that's why I'm only asking for the $1,000 of security and the $250.
Well, you didn't pay anything. You were telling her to take it out of the security deposit.
She wanted us to.
Yes or no? Did you pay anything on November 17th?
No.
Okay, but you're not supposed to live out security deposit. People do it, but it's not what security deposit is for. Because if you live out your security deposit, what's the landlord supposed? They have no deposit. That was the purpose of a deposit. So it's inappropriate for you to do that. If you think you're going to stay an extra week and she agrees to let you stay an extra week, then you pay the week. But in any event, you know, I presume that was not agreeable to you.
I didn't know they were even leaving.
You didn't know they were leaving at all?
No, what happened was when they paid on October 17th, we both agreed it just wasn't really working. So I said, listen, you're in a year contract.
Why wasn't it working from your perspective? Same thing?
The complaining and whatever.
Yeah.
So it was just too much. So I said, listen, this is what we could do. I'll be fair. I'll get you out of your lease. And what we'll do is I'll start showing the apartment from October 17th. As soon as I find a tenant, I will then tell you, you have a month now. You can find a place. You have a month to get out. So it'll go for one more month after that. This way it overlaps. You have enough time to find a place, enough time to pack up.
What was the complaining? What would they say to you?
The dog. The dog was bothering them. I was out a lot of hours. She wanted to know where I was all the time. It's just silly things.
Well, I mean, if she wants to know where you are, it's probably not because
it's
she's
just
keeping
silly
tabs on you.
things.
It's probably because she wants to get in the house.
Well, no, I don't think so. It was like 10:30 at night. The dog is in usually, but you know, it was just a
Did
lot
you ever
with the
want to
dog.
know where she was?
I texted her, like, you know, asking her, is the dog inside? One time I came home at like 2 in the morning, he was still outside. She never let him in, and they were home. I saw 2 cars in the driveway, and they were home. So she did know that the dog was outside, and we were going to come home eventually. But why is he still outside at 2 in the morning is what I want to know. Like,
So what'd you do that day?
Well, we went into our home.
We tried,
we didn't get attacked by the dog. But
I understand.
yeah.
I understand.
It
It's
was
not
just-
a situation where you got attacked and that's why you want out. It's a situation where you feel like you're going to get attacked and that's you'd like to not get attacked and you want out. Okay, so you find out for the first time that they're going to move on the 17th.
November 18th. The 17th rent was due. I texted him. He said it was at church. I said, okay. On the 18th, I texted him and said, rent is due. He said, go see Rebecca. She's home.
Okay.
I said, okay. So I went down to go see her, and she said, we're not paying you. And I said, what do you mean? She says, well, we're moving out. I said, when? The 23rd. And I said, but wait, we had a verbal agreement. I thought I was doing the right thing. As soon as I find a tenant, I did not find a tenant yet. Then I would give you the month notice. So she goes, so
Okay,
I said,
here's the deal, though. In the eyes of the law, if it is uninhabitable for them because they can't get into their apartment without a German Shepherd lunging towards them, then they have a right to break the lease with no notice to you.
he's a puppy. I mean, he's 2. Does he jump? Yeah. Does he bark? Yeah,
Right. And let me
I'm
tell
not
you something.
denying
I have
that.
a dog
Absolutely.
that barks like it's going to rip your lungs out of you. And then when the burglar will walk in, my dog will lick the
him.
burglar to
Right.
death. But I am aware.
And they met the dog prior to coming into the apartment.
I understand, but listen to me. That doesn't mean that people don't feel threatened, fearful, and that's not something they sign up for when they sign up to rent your place. So if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Sure.
It's not like, you have rats in your place, but it's just as
Right,
You know,
okay.
it's just as untenable for them. So I find that makes that place uninhabitable for them. There's no question, they're not like trying to skeeve out of your lease and then made up the dog thing. You yourself admitted it was a problem all the way along. They were alerting you to it. The dog is they have to wait until they have their face bit off. They don't. You know, a dog's a dog. A dog is an animal. Sure. They're trained to protect their turf. The dog is doing her job. The dog's not the problem.
So, but on the 18th,
you are the problem. So if you want to rent out something to someone, you have to have your dog inside, or you have to have your dog on a long leash, or you have to build another little fence, or you have to have people who don't care. But if you have people who care, it is a legitimate care on their part. And so notice is not an issue. Now, the real question then becomes for me, now that I've ruled that, is November 17th rent through November 23rd, and what condition did they leave the place in?
I said to them on the 18th, okay, pay me the rent, pay me the month's rent. We will have an agreement. We'll I will write it down that we will prorate it for the time you leave. And she said, no, use my security. And I said, well, you don't
and she's not
use
allowed
the
to do that.
security.
But now my job is just to figure out the math, because what's done is done. So you are laying claim to the security, to part of the security deposit, because according to you, they left the place a mess.
It was dirty. I had to get a cleaning service. I had to get a cleaning service in. I had to get a rug company in to clean it. It was filthy. It was just.
Okay, do you have pictures?
I don't. We emailed it, but it didn't come through. I mean, I tried.
Well, you have the pictures, but you didn't bring them to court?
I don't have them. I apologize. But the place was dirty.
Did you ever have them? Because
yes, I did. Absolutely did.
somebody who goes to the effort of taking the pictures and having the evidence and then doesn't bring them in?
The place was never cleaned, never dusted.
I don't take your word for it. I need proof if you want to take their money for it, because most landlords will do some good cleaning, in between the tenants, That's how you should do it. But that doesn't mean that they always have to pay for it unless they left it in a condition that was unacceptable, so I have to see the part about the unacceptable. Yes, sir.
She sent me text messages saying that the apartment was a mess, had to get a cleaning service, and I was thinking, how can you get a cleaning service in if we moved out Saturday and it's Monday afternoon?
Do you have the receipt for the cleaning service?
I do. Do you want the carpet cleaning receipt also?
Yeah, give me both. Did you take pictures when you left?
What she fails to mention is the carpet was filthy when we moved in. And I told her, I was like, we really need to get these carpets cleaned.
Do you have that in writing anywhere that you told her that?
No.
That would be good, right?
It would have been good, yeah.
Right. Do you have any pictures of how you moved? Did you take pictures when you moved in?
We did, yeah.
And when you moved out?
Yeah, I took before and after.
You took pictures when you moved in and when you moved out?
Yeah,
right,
of the carpet. Like I took a picture of like the living room and the bedroom.
Let me see your pictures.
Okay, so.
Do me a favor. Come here with the computer.
Can I show it to you on my camera instead of doing this, or
why
is that better?
You could.
Yeah, because it has better, it has a timestamp on it, because I don't know where the timestamp is on this, so.
Well, no, I want it on the computer. Bring it over here. Because now you're making me nervous, so I want to see the dates. I don't know if, since it's digital, it gives me a date that can't be altered, because of course cameras give you a date that can be altered unless you know what you're doing. This is November 22nd, 2012.
Yeah, the year was wrong.
On what? On your camera?
On my camera, yeah. It didn't have the right year.
She wasn't anywhere near the apartment on November 22nd, 2012, right? Okay, so that's probably correct.
I don't know what my camera did, but I was like, oh crap. And then I saw the date.
And the tiles were changed while they lived there. They told me about the tiles, and I changed the ceiling tiles.
Not all of them.
Okay, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Don't talk to each other. Your complaints are the rug and that the place was filthy. Mm-hmm. You have no pictures. You have a receipt for the rug, and you have a $375 receipt for cleaning a two-bedroom apartment?
They brought 3 people in to clean it. That's what they charged me.
Do you have a canceled check for paying them?
I paid cash on both.
You can see the carpet looks fine.
But this is when you left.
Yes, this is when we left.
I can see the carpet needs a cleaning. I mean, what? It's got like one of those dark lines going across it. Mm-hmm. And the edges. I mean, fine is a relative term. Unless these pictures don't really take a picture of the carpet. Mm-hmm. How long were you guys there?
3 months.
Did you have pets?
No, not there.
This is when you left. Show me the pictures of when you moved in.
And while they were in there, the rug was cleaned.
Do you have a proof of that?
I don't, but they know it was cleaned. I mean, it was...
Why did it need to be
looked
cleaned after they were in there? Were they complaining about how
Because
it looked when you gave it to them?
No, the problem was when they moved in, the people before them moved out that same day. And I said,
Right.
usually I take a week before, so this way I can clean the place for you. They wanted in that night.
This
So I said, I'll clean it after
was
you moved
August.
in. That was the only thing I could do
That's
for
when
them,
I moved in.
trying to
That's
make
what
them
it looked
happy.
like. I tried to get as good a shots as I could. The lighting wasn't very good.
It's the same shot, Sonny. What's that?
It's a sink. I don't know. That's what the stove looked like when we moved in.
But I cleaned it that
What's
night
this
for
one?
you.
Can you just stop and let me do my job? It's uncanny how you show me pictures from November 22nd that have the exact same crumbs as pictures that you label August 16th. How do you manage to get the crumbs in the exact same spot?
Which picture is that?
I think you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it really, really irks me when people think I'm stupid. You didn't even have to do that to win your case. It's disgusting. Get back over there. You too.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So can this guy break the lease, get his deposit back because she won't contain the German Shepherd?
Absolutely. When you sign a lease, you are signing up to be safe, be happy, and enjoy what you're paying for. So I believe absolutely should be able to break the lease.
Fair enough. What do you think?
I believe so, sir.
Because?
I can't really explain, sir.
Okay. What do you think?
Oh my God, I was just running here.
What do you think? I mean, somebody.
I think he should be able to. I mean, what if he was allergic to dogs?
Well, but it's not even allergic to dogs. It's the ominous German Shepherd that is jumping on him every time he goes to his apartment.
Or if they're just scared of dogs, too.
That's fair enough. Break the lease?
Yes, I agree.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
Did you change the date on the pictures in order to create evidence for my courtroom?
No.
Did you?
I don't.
Excuse me?
No.
Excuse me?
No.
Did you have somebody else do it?
I don't. It's
Yes
her-
or no? Did you have somebody else do it?
No.
How on earth can the crumbs be in the exact same location on the 16th of August as they were on the 22nd of November? It's the same pictures.
We cooked in it. I don't know. Like we.
I do not know how that.
Peculiar, right?
But the stove, like you see, like over there, like that wasn't the same way how it was when we first moved in. It
I don't
was
know what you're
dirtier.
talking about. That's the same picture with the same crumbs at the same distance with the same exact number. See, I have a very trained eye. I've been doing this stuff for 30 years, okay? I've been in courtrooms for 30 years, so I know what I'm looking for. I suspect everyone all the time. It is my nature. It is my job. You want me to be suspicious of what she says and not take her at face value, right? So when she tells me I paid cash, and and I had to pay $400, and yeah, I know, it seems like a lot. Yeah, we pay a lot in my area. You don't want me to take her at face value. You want me to be critical of it and suspicious and have an eye. Well, I do the same on your side. And I think that to make your case better, this is what you do, which is ironically unnecessary, but really irks the judge.
I swear, I did not change the date on that picture.
Somebody changed the date on that picture, honey. Okay? Because the crumbs are not going to be in the exact same spot. Based on the cleaning that I think is necessary on your own pictures, and based on the damages that I see there on your own pictures, I am going to allow her to keep $200 of the security deposit for that, plus $250 for the rent, for a total of $450 to be deducted from the $1,250. How much was the security deposit that you had?
$1,250.
From the $1,250 security deposit, which means that you need to return $800 to the plaintiff. That's my judgment, okay?
Both sides of the
So the plaintiff does get back not everything they sued for. What's your reaction to the judge's verdict here?
It is what it is.
All right, thanks a lot. All right, so come on in here. How do you feel coming out?
feel pretty pleased of the
About getting busted?
We didn't change anything on those pictures, that's for sure.
What's your explanation?
I think she was very fair in like the judgment, but yeah.
What's your explanation about the pictures?
Oh, I did not change the date. I swear on that. It was the same from August down.
Same picture?
No, it was this. It was different. Like it was different because my camera changed the year on it. That's the only difference.
Mm-hmm. It didn't change the crumbs though.
No, but I used it, so of course there's going to be crumbs in a stove.
Okay, Harvey.
There's an implied term in every lease. It's called a warranty of habitability, which means you have a right to be safe and healthy when you live in the apartment. In this case, I got to say, if there's an ominous dog in the courtyard and you have to walk by that courtyard every time and the landlord won't contain the dog, I think it's a breach of that warranty. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? But with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers, a network of 130 million of them, in fact. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills, and did I say job title? See how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Get started at linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the plaintiff, Phyllis Hawkins. She says she loaned the defendant money for some plane tickets so they could attend her granddaughter's birthday party, and she hasn't been paid back. It's been almost a year now. She's tired of being cursed out when she asked for it and is suing for the return of the $535.60 she's owed. This is the defendant, Angela Lucas. She says she told the plaintiff they didn't have the money to purchase plane tickets to attend the party. And that's when the plaintiff told her she wanted them to be surprise guests and offered to pay for the tickets. Now, all this time later, she's changing her tune and asking to be reimbursed for the gift she gave? If you ask her, that's pretty darn low. She's accused of being a party pooper.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket, the plaintiff loaned the defendant money for plane tickets for her granddaughter's birthday party and got stiffed. But the defendant says it was a flat-out gift. It's the case of it's my party, and you'll pay if I want to.
Thank you, Douglas. Phyllis Hawkins, you are suing your, former friend Angela Lucas for $535.60, the cost of 2 airline tickets that you say you fronted for her, and she has refused to pay you back. You say it was a gift. Tell me what happened.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning. Thank you. I was given a Sweet 16 birthday party for my granddaughter. And Angela's daughter and my granddaughter developed a friendship. She's married to my grandson's father. So I thought it'd be a nice gesture to bring her daughter.
How old is your daughter?
She's 17 now.
Okay.
I thought that it'd be a great gesture to bring her as a surprise guest for her. So Angela and I, we talked about it and we discussed it. And she said...
and bring her from where?
She was coming from Georgia. Okay. I live in New Jersey.
Okay.
So I had a timeshare in Atlantic City, and it was about six teenagers, 16-year-olds. And my oldest
say it again?
6 16-year-olds.
That's the party?
Well, it was a sleepover.
Okay, yeah. But that's a party with 6 16-year-olds.
Right.
And you wanted to bring her from Georgia. Okay.
Right, and it was another one came from New York. They all came from different places. So when I discussed it with Angela, we talked about paying it and how she would fly and that sort of thing. She said, well, I don't have the money right now, but when I get my taxes, I'll pay you back. I said, okay, I'll put it on my card. Get your taxes, you can pay me back.
And then she never paid you back?
No.
This party was when?
This party was April of 2013.
Okay. So what's going on?
Me and Miss Phyllis, we had spoken on the phone. She had called me, and she had asked me that she wanted my daughter to be the surprise guest for her granddaughter birthday party. And I said, that'll be great. And she said that, I would like for you to come also. I said, but I don't have the money. I don't have the money for that. I said, because I was identity theft. And I was telling her I was identity theft for.
You had.
Yes,
you were the victim of identity theft?
Yes.
Okay.
And I was telling her all about all of that. And I said, I don't have the money to fly up there. And she said, well, I want to pay for you and your daughter to come. And I said, do I have to pay you back? She told me no, I didn't have to pay her back.
And according to you, that conversation never happened?
It happened, but not like that. I never said you
I mean
have
the
to
part
pay me
about
back.
no, you don't have to pay me back.
No.
Did you ever say that?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Do you guys have any texts or emails between the two of you so that that'll help me decide who's telling the truth?
I had some
Can I see your text or email? Sure.
I had some her text, and I had told her that I had got a letter from the IRS that had told me that I will get my check in August. And I told her, since she kept calling me, harassing me about the money situation, and I had told her, well, I just pay you for my part of $300. And she said, that's cool, that'll be fine. So I haven't got it.
At some point, did you agree to just be paid for her ticket and not the daughter's ticket?
No.
That never happened either? Okay, here's the thing. You know, I get these kind of cases all the time, and I have to determine who's telling the truth and whether it was a loan, as you say, or a gift, as you say. And so what I look at are the circumstances surrounding it. On the one hand, she calls you up and says, I'd like your daughter to be the guest of honor. You want me to assume that that means, and therefore I'm paying. It doesn't necessarily follow that she's going to pay. That's kind of something that's separate from whether or not she's invited and asked to come up. I mean, I had a surprise party for my husband on his 40th. Wow, that was a long time ago. And I asked his brothers to fly in, and what the heck? Maybe they expected me to pay. Now that I think about it, that was a long time ago, but I didn't offer to pay for them. Now, so you tell her you don't have the money, and then she says, well, I'll pay for them.
Yeah, because she said that since y'all ain't never been in Jersey before.
Have you ever flown before?
No, that was my first flight.
Really?
And she said that I would like for y'all to come. And she said, Angela.
So what do you think? Let me ask you a question. Let's assume it's the way you say, and it's a total gift, which she wanted to bestow upon you. Why then does she immediately start saying, hey, so when are you going to pay me? Clearly, she thought you were supposed to pay her. Or you think she was tricking you into going to the party and then having a really bad feeling and say, ha, now you owe me the money? I mean, what do you think happened there? Because if it was as clear as you say, why would she be chasing you now?
I don't know. I really
was there a problem at the party?
Well, yes, it was a party. It was a problem at the party after the party when we were fit to get ready to go back home. The girls had bars over on the beach and all this and that, and another parent was complaining about adults should have been there. Miss Phyllis wasn't there. Miss Phyllis supposed to gave me a good time, but all the information that she told me that we was going to do, we never did go. Only thing I went to, it was a funeral. I went to a funeral with her the whole time.
Wait, because you wanted her to take you where?
No, she told me that she was going to give me a good time since it'd be my first time going. She said she's going to take me to New York to show my.
If she's going to take you to New York, who's watching the 16-year-olds? I have a 16 and a 17-year-old. I know how much watching they need.
Her daughter was watching all the kids. She had bought them a motel room. So they was in a suite. All the kids was in a suite, and me and her, we was in a suite. And when we came up there, checked on the girls, because we was on our way to go to the funeral.
There were boys on the beach.
When me and my daughter were to get ready to go home, I seen hickets on my daughter's neck. And I called and asked what was really going on at this party because another parent had called with the same kind of different problems. So I asked my daughter what was really going on. And I like, you coming way over here and you don't even know what's by these guys and this, and tell me exactly what's going on at this party. It was more to a birthday party. So when I got and told Miss Philly about it, it was a whole different ball game. Now she's seen decide with the other party of a parent, and she did not know there was going to be a problem between me and her because me and her was friends.
So
with
maybe
daughters.
that's why you don't want to pay her back.
No, ma'am. No,
Oh.
ma'am. I
All right.
agreed to
Tell
pay
me
her
why
back.
you text the following.
I text her because I got tired of
Hey,
Miss
you know
Phyllis.
what I'm going to read, don't you?
So, okay, the defendant's daughter comes home with a hickey on her neck. She's 16 years old. Defendant's mad at the plaintiff for not supervising. What about the hickey?
Honestly, teenagers can do anything they want usually when getting away with it. So it's
Isn't
not
a bad thing. I mean,
no, it's just a hickey, and they're growing up, they're experimenting.
What do you think?
I agree. That's true. I mean, teenagers will be teenagers.
Hickeys will be hickeys.
Hickeys will be hickeys.
Going inside the courtroom.
I got tired of Miss Phyllis calling me and
Is this a
harassing
text
me.
or an email?
That's a text.
That's a text.
Hello, Phyllis. I did not forget about you. I've been out of work. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. I did not get my IRS. It's another 180 days, so it would be next year sometime. But as soon as I receive me my money, I will send you yours. Have a something. Wow, I'm not trying to pressure you, but I could use my money right now. You could make small payments. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, nowhere there are you saying it was a gift, I'm only paying you my half, et cetera, et cetera. Like all the things that you're saying now. Yeah, this could go either way, but I want you to put yourself in my shoes. You're a judge, you're trying to figure out which is the true way, and you read this. What effect do you think this is going to have on you? And then you hear about a motive to be mad and not pay.
I'm not mad at Miss Phyllis, not at all. I'm not mad at her at all.
Did you ask your daughter why she had hickeys on her neck?
I was upset.
Because I think I know why, because the boy was kissing her neck.
No, I'm upset with my daughter. I'm not mad at Miss Phyllis at all about anything because she know what.
The worst thing your
is
daughter
true.
does at the age of 16, 17 is have a hickey on her neck.
Right.
Okay. Good for you. Even though I understand she's in a strange place with strange boys and whatever else. But I kind of don't see what you're saying. I'm not feeling this gift thing right now, not with your answer to that. So I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $535.60. Let me give a suggestion to everybody. If you're ever in this position again, make sure someone sends you an email confirming what they just said. You just say to them, I can't thank you enough for this gift of this airline ticket. You are the best friend, blah, blah, blah. And then they say back, oh, you're so welcome. That's it. Boom. You got evidence of what you're saying. Or if you expect to be paid back, I am so happy to front you this money. You can pay me back whenever you get your IRA. Boom. Oh, thank you so much. Boom. You've got evidence of what you're saying. You see?
Yes.
You don't need a lawyer or a contract. You just need evidence. All right. Take care.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, ladies, hold on.
So the judge hears the defendant hears the judge just come down on the side of the plaintiff here, and you come out as the loser. That text.
That text.
Why'd you write that text if you weren't going to pay back?
I told Miss Phyllis I was gonna pay her back, but she got it, so I'm good.
All right. And what about the friendship now between the two of you? Where's that stand?
I don't have friends.
You don't have friends?
No.
What happened to all your friends?
I don't have friends.
No?
You have a good day.
All right. This way.
man. Right this way. That's it.
Wow.
Wow. What?
Wow. She
What?
ought to get some friends.
Yeah. What happened to her friends?
I really don't know.
You used to be her friend.
And I'm still her friend.
No, you're not. She didn't.
Well, not. But listen, friendship has a two-way street. She could be my friend. I could be hers.
Well, why if she was supposed to pay you back, what happened? Why didn't she?
Well, I think she was upset about her daughter playing suckface with this boy that she didn't know. So she got mad at me. I'm like, why are you mad at me? I was with you. I don't know anything about her playing suckface, nor did I want to. My granddaughter didn't play suckface.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, I want to reiterate what the judge said. There are no magic words to making a contract. It's common sense. It's just the common sense writing down on a piece of paper the essential terms of the deal. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that shoe too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
This is the plaintiff, Yolanda Pino. She says she was stopped at a red light minding her own darn business when all of a sudden the defendant crashed into her. She hit her with such force her car hit the car in front of her. The defendant didn't even have insurance. She's out all sorts of money now and is suing the woman for every penny of the $813.05 she's owed. This is the defendant, Helene Williams. She says the plaintiff suddenly stopped short. She tried to stop, but couldn't, and they collided. They both got out of their cars, and lo and behold, there was no damage. Now, all of a sudden, there's this lawsuit. The woman's claiming damage when there was none, and she wants her to pay? Fat chance. She's accused of not stopping on a dime.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff was stopped at a red light when the defendant crashed into her, but the defendant says the plaintiff stopped suddenly. It's the case of I don't like your rear end one bit.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're welcome.
Okay, Yolanda Pino. Yes. You are suing Helene Williams and Barbara Gregg Williams. That's whom?
My grandmother.
Okay, and she is co-owner of the car, or you were driving?
She sold me the car.
Okay, gotcha. For $813.05 in damages that you sustained as a result of a car accident you say was her fault. Tell me what happened.
Yes. Actually, on the day of July 31st, I was coming through a red light from Parkway Avenue to Olden Avenue, and the traffic in front of me had stopped. And so I stopped and I was waiting there, and it was about a minute or so. I was sitting there. Pardon me?
A whole minute that the car...
I was sitting there waiting for the traffic to go.
In the middle of the street?
Yes.
A whole minute. A minute's a long time.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was at least some time. I know that. I was sitting there.
But a minute's like a really long... Like if I stopped talking for a minute now, it would seem interminable. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
Even if it was 30 seconds, I had stopped for a while. I was sitting there. And then all of a sudden, I felt this hit from the rear end. And I was so afraid because the car my car started pushing forward. And I felt like I was going to be, squashed between two cars. I was so frightened. But the car in front of me did not have any damage.
Did you hit the car in front of me?
Yeah, my car actually tapped the car in front, and I'm sure it was about a couple of, 2 feet or something, or 3 feet, and the car just went forward.
Did you hear the screeching brakes behind you or no?
I heard something.
Did you hit the brakes when you realized that she was stopped?
I don't believe that she was stopped. We were all riding, and the car in front of her stopped, then she stopped, then I stopped. And
right, but my question is, did you have time to hit the brakes before?
Oh, yeah, I hit the brakes.
You hit the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you run into somebody because they stopped suddenly. Is there any defense there?
Well, you're legally required to be at a safe distance when driving. You should always be paying attention.
You know what? That says it all, doesn't it? Going inside the courtroom.
So according to you, she stopped suddenly? Mm-hmm. And how far a distance were you traveling from her that you would not have time to stop? Because you hit her from behind, which,
I mean, it was just a regular. I could see the bottom of her tires, when I was driving. So I assumed there was enough space in between us.
Did you see her brake lights go on?
Yeah.
You saw when they went on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you have the damage estimated? Did you get estimates?
Did you want the estimate?
Yes.
Or did you already have the work done?
I had the work done already.
Do you have pictures of the damages?
Yes, I do.
Let me see the pictures.
Mm-hmm. Did you want the estimate as well,
Yeah. Did the police come to the accident?
Yes.
Was there a police report?
Yes, there is.
May I have it? Why doesn't the police officer say what you said?
I don't know.
No, he says what you said. He doesn't say what you said. Did you talk to the police officer?
He came to my car. He issued me a ticket.
Let me hear your side.
Like I said, she stopped short because of the car in front of her. The police came, she got out, clearly with an attitude, and was saying how she was on her way to the chiropractor. So I'm being sued for doctor bills as well, I think. And I feel as though
they are not due to that car accident because you were already going to a chiropractor?
Well, we'll see right now. There's a theory in the law called the eggshell plaintiff. It's the first thing they teach you, your first few weeks of law school. And what it means is you take your plaintiff as you find him. So if you have the misfortune of hitting somebody with a bad back and their back gets worse, you know, you're paying for that therapy because it's not, you know, if the accident's your fault. It's just kind of, you know, too bad, so sad, that's the person you hit. So so tell me about the accident.
That was it. I mean, she stopped short because of the person in front of her. The police came. He asked me, you know, is everything
Did you
okay?
actually see the person in front of her stopping or not really?
No, I didn't see the person in front of
her. Then, so did you get out of the car and assess the damage?
I looked at her car. There was nothing wrong with it. The police asked, you know, is everybody okay? Is everybody fine? And
okay, but I'm looking at the pictures of her car and there's something wrong with it. I mean, it's kind of, you know, what happens, did your bumper get disconnected?
The whole bumper was pushed forward, and I thought maybe they could just put it in place, but they had to replace it.
You said push forward, the integrity of the bumper is...
It was separated.
It's separated, and
it was
so I understand what you're saying, because you're expecting to see an indentation of your car, but I do see in the pictures that the bumper's separated. Okay. So where did you take it?
I took it to the body shop, which was recommended by the insurance company.
Right.
They are the ones who asked me to take it there.
And actually, your insurance company paid for the damages.
Yes, everything. They paid.
So what you're suing for is your $500 insurance deductible.
Right.
Your rental car bill.
Well, actually, that's just a part of my rental car, like that
they didn't cover. You just don't want to be out of pocket. Technically, she could sue you for the whole thing and then reimburse her insurance company, make sure her insurance rates don't go up. You're getting off easy, okay? You come from behind, you hit her. What possible defense could you see to any of this? I find in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of the $813.05, and I feel the need to warn you, it's still a possibility that her insurance company may come after you. Are you insured?
Now I am, yeah.
Oh, now you are. Were you insured at the time of the accident? Yeah, the future is not bright for you when it comes to this little accident, because they may go after you. Maybe they just say it's not enough to bother with lawyers. But if they want to go after you for the $2,000 some odd that they paid, they can go after you and have you reimburse them because the accident's your fault.
What did she pay $2,000 for?
She
for
didn't
the
pay
hospital?
anything. The insurance company paid $2,000 something to get the car repaired. Because you don't seem to understand, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not there. I see it in the pictures, so you should see it. But the bumper is separated, and what happens is the integrity of the chassis is compromised at that point. They have to do all kinds of stuff to fix it. Otherwise, there'll be problems with the car forever from here on in. So they have to fix it. It costs a lot of money. Okay? And they might go after you for that. They might not. They may say, I don't want to have to pay a lawyer to just collect $2,000, but keep your eyes open and check your mail. Okay? In the meantime, she's not going to be out. I find in her favor in the amount of the $813.05. That's my judgment.
Thank you.
So the defendant's on her way out of the courtroom right in here. Give us your first reaction to this outcome here.
I'm not surprised.
No, you expected to lose when you walked in? Right?
Yeah, I know it was my fault, and I don't mind taking responsibility for anything I've done. Yeah.
Okay. What about the judge's warnings to you about looking out over your shoulder?
I'm going to pay attention. I'll open my mail.
You worry about that? Them coming after you?
I mean, of course I am. I'm hoping that they don't.
All right. Leave a little more distance between you and the car in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Not right here, but that's the same idea. I mean, that's the right idea. All right, head right down this way. All right, so come on in here. You satisfied how this comes out?
Yes, I'm very satisfied.
Is your back all right? Everything all right?
Yes, thank you. It is better. I continue with the therapy, and so I'm doing great. Thank you.
All right. Harvey?
Okay, Kurt, if you're in a rear-end collision, there is a legal presumption you're at fault. There are very few ways you can rebut that presumption, maybe if the other person backed up, but pretty much you get in a rear-ender, you're behind, you're screwed.